Okay, this is the LS Mustang swap. I want to tell you the difference between what I had before and what I have now. And I want to tell you this setup here that I have responds a lot better. I get more torque down low, mid-range, and it gets some boost a lot quicker. Now, I just wanted to go over the differences between what I did before and what I do now, or what I have now. And of course, as you can see, it's the LSX RT intake. And that may have had a little bit, but the heads I had hand ported and they flowed about 277. Those were the ones I had before. The ones I have now are these Kotech. I sent it off to them and then they come back. All I did was send the bare heads cleaned, and it was approximately $15, about $615. And I got these heads back and they're ready to go. Put them on there. And the pistons are Summit Speed Pros. No, they're not Speed Pro, they're called Summit LS Pro. And the only difference with those that I could tell between the BTR pistons, I had to get the whole crank rebalanced. I thought it would be pretty close, but they weren't. And the Wasco seemed to have a real thick wrist pin here. I mean, that puppy is thick. The Summits were, I wouldn't say half that thickness, but pretty close. And it lightened me up almost 30 grams. So, of course, the crank had to be rebalanced on that. So, intake, heads, the lighter pistons, and I can feel it. You can feel the difference. You can see how faster it gets in the boost as well. Also, when I'm tuning, I take this filter off. Well, this is a tidbit. I guess I take this filter off, and then it just pulls so much better. And then, of course, when I'm driving around or after I get through tuning, I still run the program to see where I'm sitting, but I'll stick that filter back on, and it richens everything up. So, I mean, that's a good thing anyway. You want it rich, so you don't melt the piston like I did. So, I'm trying to keep everything at 5 pounds of boost right now until I go E85. That's where I sit right now, and I recommend these Kotech heads. I don't know about the intake manifold. You might be able to get away with it cheaper. This is how I did it. It was an open box from Amazon, so that was about $100 off. You apply for a credit card, that's another $100 off. To my door, it was around $750 for that intake. And it keeps things cooler. I mean, things get so hot underneath this hood, it's ridiculous. I could touch those fuel rails and you'd have to pull your hand away. You can't keep your hand on those things. Heat soak is a real issue. So I try to get as much heat as you possibly can out of this thing.